If you're dealing with high creatinine, the fruits you eat could be helping or silently hurting your kidneys. Most people assume all fruits are healthy. Doctors say, eat more fiber, get your vitamins, go natural. But here's the hidden truth: when your kidneys are under stress, certain fruits can actually make things worse. Some are packed with hidden potassium, fructose, or oxalates that your kidneys simply can't handle. Over time, they can spike your creatinine levels, worsen fluid retention, and even lead to more serious complications, especially if you're over 60 or already living with CKD. And most shocking of all? The worst offenders are often labeled as heart-healthy or good for digestion. Meanwhile, other fruits, if chosen correctly, can actually support kidney function, lower inflammation, and help bring your creatinine levels closer to normal. But very few people know which is which. In this video, we reveal the 3 worst fruits for high creatinine and the 3 safest, doctor-approved options you should be eating instead. Ranked from number 3 to number 1, based on science, not guesswork. And you'll definitely want to hear about the fruit at number 2. It's marketed as a superfood, but can silently increase potassium to dangerous levels in people with kidney concerns. The information in this video is backed by real science. The research and linked every reference in the description below. So before you reach for that next piece of fruit, watch this video to protect your kidneys and take control of your health. And tell us in the comments, what fruit do you eat most often? We're reading every response. Now, let's dive into the number 3 fruit to avoid if you have high creatinine. Fruit to avoid 3. Bananas are often seen as a healthy choice, but for people with high creatinine or reduced kidney function, they can be surprisingly harmful. A single medium banana contains about 422 milligrams of potassium, a level that can quickly become dangerous when the kidneys struggle. Excess potassium builds up in the bloodstream, which can electrical activity, potentially leading to irregular heartbeats or even cardiac arrest. The problem isn't just with fresh bananas. Potassium hides in everyday banana-based products like banana bread, baby food, dried banana chips, and smoothie mixes. For example, half a cup of dried banana chips can deliver nearly 500 milligrams of potassium, even more than a whole banana. Have you eaten trail mixes or dried fruits lately without? It might be time to look a little closer. Bananas also contain natural sugars that increase as they ripen. The starches turn into simple sugars, raising the glycemic load. A ripe banana can spike blood sugar levels much more than a firmer, greenish one. For those with diabetes, a common companion to kidney disease, this can be elevated blood glucose increases oxidative stress, further damaging delicate kidney cells. Reducing high potassium, high sugar fruits like bananas can help ease that burden. But there's another mistake people make: combining bananas with other risky ingredients, like peanut butter, yogurt, or protein powders. A banana smoothie bowl with these additions becomes a triple threat, loaded with potassium, phosphorus, and sodium, all of which your kidneys must work over. Do you regularly blend bananas into smoothies with nut butters? If so, it might be time to rethink your recipe. Another concern is digestion. Overripe bananas, with their softer texture and higher sugar content, can break down too quickly in the gut, leading to bloating, gas, or many of my kidney patients report these symptoms after eating mushy bananas. Finally, beware of discounted overripe banana bundles. While they may seem like a good deal, they come with higher sugar, more potassium. I often advise patients to choose slightly firm bananas to reduce. Also, keep an eye on processed foods and supplements. Many contain potassium chloride, a hidden source of potassium that can slip past. Now, let's move on to another fruit that appears harmless but carries a hidden double danger: acid and potassium. Oranges. Oranges might seem like a smart, vitamin-packed choice, but for those with kidney concerns, they can pose unexpected risks. A medium orange contains about 237 milligrams of potassium, a moderate amount on its own. However, the real trouble begins when oranges are consumed in juice form. Just 1 8-ounce glass of orange juice contains nearly double what's found in a whole fruit. That's a concentrated hit that can overwhelm compromised kidneys, especially if consumed regularly. Have you ever checked the potassium content on your? You might be shocked. Beyond potassium, oranges are rich in citric acid, which adds to the acid load your body must manage. The kidneys work hard to neutralize dietary acids and keep your blood's pH. According to research by the National Kidney Foundation, consistently high acid intake can lead to metabolic acidosis, a condition that can function decline over time. This acid load doesn't just come from oranges. Diet sodas, pickles, processed meats, and salty snacks all problem, especially when combined. Do you often use citrus dressings with salty foods? That pairing quickly raises both acid and sodium levels to struggle with. People often assume citrus drinks are healthy, but many beverages are fortified with added nutrients or sugars, sometimes containing hidden potassium in forms like potassium citrate or potassium-enriched additives. These may not be obvious at first glance, which is why I always urge my kidney patients to read labels carefully, rather than assume all are safe. It's not just juice you need to watch. Salad dressings, marinades, sauces, and even fruit glazes or concentrate. While the amounts may seem small, their daily use can potassium and acid intake, adding up over time. Have you ever enjoyed a tangy orange vinaigrette on your kidneys? Let me know in the comments. One more common mistake: canned mandarin oranges in syrup. These seem harmless, but they come loaded with added sugars and potassium, and the syrup can disrupt the gut's osmotic balance, or discomfort. I've seen many patients improve their creatinine levels and health just by cutting out citrus juices and orange-based dressings. It's a small change with big benefits. Now, let's move on to a fruit that looks exotic and innocent but hides a triple threat of sugar, potassium, and kidney-burdening: mangoes. Mangoes may look like the perfect tropical treat, bright, juicy, and packed with nutrients. But for anyone with kidney concerns, especially those managing diabetes as well, mangoes can quietly cause harm. Just 1 cup of mango contains about 277 milligrams of natural sugar. Unlike apples or berries, mangoes are low in fiber, meaning the sugar hits your bloodstream fast, raising your glycemic load and triggering oxidative stress that damages sensitive kidney cells. If you're balancing both high blood sugar and kidney issues, mangoes are best kept to a strict minimum. But potassium and sugar aren't the only concerns. Mangoes also contain uronic acid and oxalates, compounds that are difficult for weakened kidneys to filter. According to research from the Mayo Clinic, diets high in oxalates are linked to increased risk of kidney stones and calcification, especially in people with already reduced kidney function. Mango is often enjoyed in smoothies, lassis, or dessert bowls, and that's where things get worse. When you blend mango with milk or yogurt, you're introducing phosphorus, calcium, and more potassium all at once. This combination puts a heavy load on kidneys, even in early or moderate stages of chronic kidney disease. Have you ever added mango to your post-workout shakes, thinking it was healthy? That could be silently stalling your recovery or lab results. And then there's dried mango, a concentrated trap. Without water, the potassium becomes 3 times more concentrated. Just half a cup of dried mango can pack more potassium than a whole banana. These snacks are often marketed as healthy, but for kidney health, they're anything but. Even natural mango candies can be harmful. They're often loaded with added sugars, sulfite preservatives like sulfur dioxide, and artificial flavors. While they may taste innocent, they can contribute to gut inflammation and fluid retention, two more stressors your kidneys don't need. If you truly miss the taste of mango, consider using just a quarter cup of puree occasionally, but only after checking your labs and getting your doctor's approval. Even then, strict moderation is essential. We have mentioned 3 fruits to avoid. Now, let's learn about 3 nutritious fruits that protect the kidneys. Fruit to eat 1. Pears. When it comes to kidney-friendly fruits, pears are a standout choice, especially for those with elevated creatinine levels. A medium pear contains only about 121 milligrams of potassium, making it significantly lower than fruits like bananas or oranges. That's precisely what makes it safe for people with compromised kidney function, where every bit of potassium counts. Your kidneys are already working hard to maintain electrolyte balance, so choosing low-potassium fruits like pears helps lighten that burden. But pears offer more than just safety, they bring powerful health benefits. One medium pear delivers approximately 5.5 grams of dietary fiber, which not only supports digestion but also plays a surprising role in kidney detoxification. How? Fiber helps trap and bind waste products in the gut, reducing their reabsorption into the bloodstream. That means less creatinine and toxins for your kidneys to filter, easing their workload over time. Have you ever considered how your gut health affects your kidney health? The connection is stronger than most people realize. Let me know in the comments if you've ever dealt with digestive issues alongside kidney problems. Pears also contain sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol with a gentle laxative effect, making them especially helpful for people with constipation on a renal diet. Their high water content supports hydration without contributing to fluid overload, which is key in the early stages of kidney disease. How you eat pears matters too. The best way? Raw, with the skin on, if your digestion allows. The skin holds valuable antioxidants like chlorogenic acid, which helps fight inflammation in kidney tissues. For seniors or those with sensitive stomachs, try lightly steaming pears with a sprinkle of cinnamon. This method enhances sweetness without added sugar and softens the texture for easier chewing. I've had older patients who couldn't tolerate raw fruit, but switching to steamed pears with cardamom reduced bloating and improved their bowel regularity and creatinine levels. When shopping, look for Bartlett or Anjou pears. They're juicy, fiber-rich, and naturally sweet. Avoid pears that are overly soft or bruised. Once they begin fermenting, they release alcohols and sugars that can irritate the gut and added stress your kidneys don't need. And skip canned pears, even the light syrup ones. They're stripped of fiber and loaded with refined sugar. Always check the label. If it lists anything other than pears and water, it's best to leave it on the shelf. What about common mistakes? One big one is drinking pear juice. While it sounds healthy, most commercial pear juices are stripped of fiber and loaded with concentrated sugars, spiking your blood sugar and taxing your kidneys. Another hidden mistake? Pairing fresh pears with salty crackers or cheese. That combo quietly boosts your sodium and phosphorus intake, 2 minerals your kidneys already struggle to handle. Next, we'll explore a cooling, juicy fruit that supports circulation and detox, while being light on both sugar and potassium. A perfect addition for kidney wellness. Fruit to eat 2. Watermelon. Now let's talk about watermelon, one of the most hydrating and kidney-friendly fruits out there. Watermelon is made up of 92% water, making it a perfect choice for supporting hydration, something that's absolutely critical when managing elevated creatinine levels. In kidney disease, you have to strike a careful balance, stay hydrated without overwhelming your system. Watermelon delivers gentle hydration without the fluid overload risk that comes from drinking too much plain water, especially important if you're on a fluid-restricted plan. So, what does 1 cup of diced watermelon give you? About 170 milligrams of potassium, still considered low, around 46 calories, 15 milligrams of magnesium, 12 milligrams of vitamin C. That vitamin C supports tissue repair, including the delicate nephrons in your kidneys. But perhaps the most unique benefit of watermelon is an amino acid called citrulline. Citrulline helps relax blood vessels, improving circulation and lowering blood pressure, a major plus for those managing both hypertension and kidney disease. Here's a refreshing kidney-safe watermelon recipe you can try. Blend together 1 cup seedless diced watermelon, 5 fresh mint leaves, 1/2 a peeled cucumber. Skip the sugar and salt, those will undo the kidney-friendly benefits. Now, if you're on a fluid-restricted diet, keep your intake to no more than 1 cup per day. For those with advanced kidney disease or fluid retention, even 1/2 cup may be safer. Always tailor your intake based on your stage and symptoms, especially in elderly patients who are prone to swelling in the legs or feet. When shopping for watermelon, choose one with a creamy yellow spot, a sign it ripened naturally on the vine. Tap it gently if it sounds hollow, that means it's juicy and fresh. Go for seedless varieties for easier digestion, and avoid pre-cut plastic trays at the grocery store. Once watermelon is sliced and stored, it loses nutrients fast and may harbor bacteria if left unrefrigerated. But remember, too much of a good thing is still too much. Even low-potassium fruits like watermelon can cause issues if eaten in excess, especially when blended with high-sugar fruits. This can lead to fluid overload, elevated blood sugar, or even potassium spikes, which are risky for anyone with stage 4 or 5 CKD. Next up, we're looking at something tart, crisp, and quietly healing. It aids digestion, reduces inflammation, and brings an alkalizing effect that supports long-term kidney protection. Let's take a closer look at apples. Fruit to eat. 3. Apples. Apples might seem like an everyday fruit, but when it comes to kidney health, they're nothing short of a nutritional powerhouse if eaten the right way. Apples are rich in pectin, a type of soluble fiber that forms a gel-like substance in your intestines. This gel binds to toxins like creatinine and urea, helping your body eliminate them through the bowels instead of relying solely on your kidneys. The result? Less burden on your filtration system, and more support for balance in your internal environment. A medium apple contains about 195 milligrams of potassium, a moderate but safe level for most people with mild to moderate kidney disease. You also get over 4 grams of fiber, which supports regular bowel movements, satiety, and gut health. And while it has around 19 grams of natural sugar, that sugar is buffered by fiber, which slows absorption and prevents blood sugar spikes, a major win for those managing both diabetes and kidney disease. Another star nutrient in apples is quercetin, a powerful antioxidant known to reduce inflammation, protect blood vessels, and support kidney tissue. In fact, research from the Cleveland Clinic shows that diets rich in quercetin may improve filtration rates and reduce scarring inside the nephrons, the tiny filters in your kidneys. How you eat your apples matters. Here are a few kidney-friendly ideas. Slice them and pair with unsweetened, unsalted almond butter for a satisfying snack. Bake apple slices with cinnamon and nutmeg for a warm, naturally sweet treat. No added sugar needed. Dice apples into a spinach salad with chopped walnuts and a splash of apple cider vinegar for a refreshing, fiber-rich meal. When choosing apples, go for Fuji, Gala, or Honeycrisp. They're naturally sweet, gentle on the stomach, and packed with flavor. If possible, buy organic, since apples often appear on the dirty dozen list due to high pesticide residue. Also, avoid wax-coated apples if you plan to eat the skin. The coating can trap chemicals and make digestion more difficult. A quick rinse isn't enough to remove it completely. Now, let's talk about what to avoid. Apple juice might seem healthy, but it strips out the fiber and leaves only concentrated sugar, which can spike blood sugar and stress both the kidneys and pancreas. Similarly, candied apples, apple chips, or processed apple snacks are often loaded with preservatives, sodium, and phosphorus-based additives, all of which put extra strain on weakened kidneys. I once had a patient who swapped his daily toast and jam for a fresh apple with almond butter. Within weeks, his bloating decreased, digestion improved, and he noticed he felt fuller longer. His creatinine levels began trending in a better direction, and it all started with one simple change. That's the kind of impact a small, smart dietary shift can make when you're living with compromised kidney function. Kidney health tip: infrared sauna therapy. Infrared sauna therapy is far more than just a way to sweat. It's a powerful tool to support kidney health. Unlike traditional saunas, it uses infrared light to gently heat the body from within, stimulating a deep sweat that helps eliminate toxins through the skin. This takes pressure off the kidneys and liver, which are already working hard to filter waste, especially in those with elevated creatinine levels or reduced kidney function. Studies from institutions like the Cleveland Clinic and the University of Southern California have shown that regular infrared sauna use may improve key kidney markers, such as estimated glomerular filtration rate, eGFR, while reducing overall toxin buildup in the body. Another major benefit? Improved circulation. Infrared heat helps expand blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach the kidneys. This can help lower inflammation within the nephrons, your kidneys' microscopic filtration units. Based on my experience, I typically recommend 2 to 3 sessions per week, lasting 15 to 25 minutes each, at a comfortable temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit to 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Just be sure to rehydrate afterward with low-sodium fluids, especially if you're on a fluid-restricted plan. That said, infrared sauna therapy isn't for everyone. If you have uncontrolled blood pressure, active heart conditions, or advanced frailty, always consult your healthcare provider before beginning. For seniors or during hot weather, medical clearance is especially important. I've seen patients with stubbornly high creatinine levels begin to make steady progress when they combine sauna therapy with diet and lifestyle changes. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a supportive and underused tool that can make a real difference over time. Bonus tip: infrared sauna therapy supports detox by encouraging your skin to sweat out waste, helping reduce the burden on your kidneys. If today's video helped you understand what your kidneys truly need, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip. And if you felt seen or supported in this message, type the word relief in the comments. I'd love to know this brought you a moment of clarity and hope. You're not alone on this journey, and there's a path forward.